Hari Hari. This is the story of Vamana, part 2. Vamana is the fifth of the 10 avatars of Vishnu. So Aditi, she wanted something to be done about the fact that her children, the Adityas, Lord Indra, have been kicked out of heaven by Bali Maharaj and the demons. So Kashyapa Muni, her husband, suggested, he said, if you want to do this, only Vishnu can help you. So please do this 12-day tapasya, and if Vishnu is pleased, Vishnu will appear. So she did this. Aditi, she engaged in this 12-day tapasya. Vishnu did indeed appear to her and asked, what can I do for you, my dear Aditi? And she said, my dear Supreme Personality of Godhead, my sons, Indra, the King of Heaven, and the demigods have been booted out of heaven by Bali Maharaj and the demons. Can you please rectify this? Can you please reinstate my children in Amaravati? Without you, they are helpless. So Vishnu granted her desire. Aditi became pregnant, and at the time of her birth, when she was ready to give birth, miraculously appeared the Supreme Personality of God himself, 4 arms, conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower, standing before her, not a small baby as she had expected. And Lord Vishnu says, now I will grant the wish you had asked. I will reinstate your children on the throne of Amaravati, the kingdom of heaven. And then Vishnu took the form of a small dwarf Brahmin boy. Vamana means dwarf. And Aditi, Kashyapa Muni, and many demigods, seeing this appearance of Vamanadev, all came to shower gifts on Vamanadev. He was given an umbrella as a young brahmachari, traveling mendicant, an umbrella to protect from the elements. He was given a water pot for staying clean. He was given deerskin. These are all the things that are given to a brahmachari or a sannyasi, were given to Vamanadev by the various demigods. Bhumi Devi, Varuna, all the demigods came and gave Vamanadev so many different things for him to begin his life as a brahmachari. And of course, they recognized it was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meanwhile, Bali Maharaj, he's living in the kingdom of heaven, Amaravati, and he wants to add validity to the fact that he is living in the kingdom of heaven. He's living in Amaravati. Lord Indra is the only person to have completed 100 Ashvamedha Yagyas. These yagyas are very, very difficult to perform. Few kings in the Purana history has performed even 1 Ashvamedha Yagya. Even fewer have performed as many as 3 Ashvamedha Yagyas. Indra has performed 100. Bali Maharaj wants to have the same credibility as Lord Indra, so he has begun this marathon of performing and completing 100 Ashvamedha Yagyas, and Shukracharya is helping him achieve this. This is where Vamanadev enters. He comes to where Bali Maharaj, Shukracharya, and all the assembled demons are engaged in this Ashvamedha Yagya. And when the Brahmin walks in, the etiquette is that everyone shows respect to a Brahmana. So when Vamanadev comes in, not only was he a young Brahmin boy, but he was also, as being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was luminous. Everyone turned and saw Vamanadev and were immediately captivated by his beauty, by his purity, by his luminosity. Everyone in the arena, all demons, all daityas, could recognize that this young boy was exceptionally qualified, that this young boy was very, very special indeed. Everything stopped. Vamanadev walks in. Bali Maharaj recognizes as well that this personality, young boy as Vamanadev, is no ordinary boy. He gets up and he comes. He approaches Vamanadev and he says, "My dear young Brahmin boy, we are engaged in the Ashwamedha Yajna here. It is the duty of the king, the Kshatriya king, to provide in charity, to take care of all of the people. You have come here now. How can I help you? How can I take care of you?" And Vamanadev says, "Please, all I would require are 3 steps of land, enough land measured by 3 steps. Because 3 steps is the measure a person needs to lay down and sleep. So as a brahmachari, as a sannyasi, this is what Vamana asks for. I only need 3 steps of land, or enough land to be able to lay down and go to sleep. That's all I need." Shukracharya recognizes that this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead come to play a trick. He whispers in Bali Maharaj's ear, he says, "My dear Bali Maharaj, do not give this boy 3 steps of land. This is not a boy. This is not an ordinary person, brahmachari. This is Vishnu, and he's come to take everything away from you. Do not grant that wish." Bali Maharaj considers, if this is Vamana, which Bali Maharaj now agrees, this is Vamanadev, if he agrees to give 3 steps of land, that is a service to the Supreme Personality of Vamanadev, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vamanadev. If he does not give these 3 steps of land, it all belongs to Vishnu anyway. Vishnu is going to take it. And if this is not Lord Vishnu, then giving a young Brahmin boy 3 steps of land is no loss at all. So no matter what he does, no matter if he gives these steps of land, whether it is Vishnu or not, Bali Maharaj reasons he only stands to gain. There is no loss in giving to Vishnu. And if it's not Vishnu, there is still no loss. So he disobeys the instruction of his spiritual master, Sukracharya. One can disobey the spiritual master, a Vaishnava can disobey the spiritual master, when the spiritual master is asking them to do something that is contrary to the instructions of Vishnu. Vamana is asking for 3 steps of land. That is an instruction, a request by Vishnu. Bali Maharaj, who is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, recognizes Vishnu and follows the instruction and disobeys the instruction of the spiritual master. So if Vaishnava does disobey the instruction of the spiritual master, if that instruction is contrary to the instructions of Vishnu. And there are many other examples. We know in Kurma Avatar, Rahu was given an instruction by Vishnu, Mohini Murti. Mohini Murti says, demons sit on this side, demigods on the opposite side. Rahu disobeyed the instructions of Vishnu. He sat with the demigods, he got the nectar spilled from his lips. Because he was an aparadhi, because he disobeyed the instructions of Vishnu, even though the nectar fell on various herbs and spices and such things, it is not considered prasad, even though it's amrit. It is not considered prasad because it came from the lips of someone who disobeyed the instructions of Vishnu. So Bali Maharaj disobeyed. He granted Vamanadev 3 steps of land. With the first step, first of all, Vamanadev grew. He was a dwarf. He grew enormously until no one could see Vamanadev at all. They could only see his kneecaps. The rest of Lord Vamanadev was up in the sky. With the first step, he covered half the universe. With the second step, he covered the other half. When he took his second step, his toe poked the covering of the universe, and from outside of the universe, the Karanajal came into this universe. When it came in, it washed the feet of Vamanadev, and thus became Mother Ganga. And that is why Mother Ganga is the most auspicious, one of the most auspicious rivers in the universe, because it washed the feet of Vamanadev. But where to place the third step? We'll continue in the next part. Hari Hari.